This is Into Math 3rd grade, lesson 10.6, Model and Solve Two-Step Problems. I can write equations with letters for unknown quantities to solve two-step problems. Please gather your workbook and a pencil and turn to page 293. You can pause at any time. We will begin under Step It Out, Part 1. Emilio makes 2 craft stick boxes. He uses 116 craft sticks to make a large box. He uses 46 fewer craft sticks to make a small box. How many craft sticks does Amelia use for both boxes? So we have a problem that has 2 steps here. First, they tell us that Emilio is creating a box that is large. He makes a large box, and that is 116 craft sticks. And then they tell us that he makes a small box, but they don't tell us the amount. They say it is 46 fewer craft sticks than the large box, which we know was 116. And then the question that they really want to find out is how many craft sticks does Emilio use for both boxes? So it's not just for the large or the small, but combined together. So we are going to start with part A that says write a subtraction equation to model the first step of the problem. Use a letter for the unknown quantity. And so we are going to start by filling out this information. So the first part says, number of craft sticks used to make a large box. Well, we can go back into our word problem and we find that it was 116 craft sticks to make the large box. Okay, now we are going to find the number of fewer craft sticks than the larger box. And we found that there were 46 fewer than the large craft box. So we know to subtract 46, and that will give us S, which we are using the letter S as the unknown quantity. And S will be the number of craft sticks to use to make the small box. So it's our job to find what S equals. If you would like to pause and solve this equation and come back, you may do so. And you will find that S equals 70. Now let's take a look at part B. Write an addition equation to model the second step of the problem. Use a letter for the unknown quantity. Okay, so we will take a look at what they're asking. They would like us to write the number of craft sticks used to make the larger box, which we know was 116. Now they're asking for the number of craft sticks to make the small box, which we found in step 1 when we found that S equaled 70. So we will go ahead and write in 70 craft sticks for the small box. And now their total altogether will be T, which is our unknown quantity, and T represents the number of craft sticks used. Okay, again, if you would like to pause this video and compute the addition equation that we've created and come back, you can do so. And when you do, you will find that T equals 186. So we can answer part C. How many craft sticks does Emilio use? And we can answer 186 craft sticks. Please turn to the next page, page 294. We will start under Step It Out, Part 2. Bella buys 3 equal packs of trading cards. Then her friend gives her 5 cards. Now Bella has 26 cards. How many cards are in each pack? So the first part is asking us to estimate. We can remember that estimate means using numbers that are close to an exact amount. So if you would like to pause and try this part on your own, you may do so and come back, or you can choose to follow along with me. So I'm going to start by looking at the total amount of cards that Bella has at the end of this information. And it says that she has 26 cards after she buys the packs and her friend gives her some cards. So I'm going to say 26, that's pretty close to 25. And I remember that when I estimate, I want to use compatible numbers, which are numbers that are really easy for me to compute mentally, and usually they end in 0 or 5. So I'm going to pick 25 as my estimation number for the 26 cards. And I'm going to remember that at the end, she had 26. So before she arrived at the end, her friend had given her 5 cards. So I'm going to take away 5. And again, I'm going to keep that as a 5 because it's compatible or a friendly number. And when I do that, I find that 20 is my answer. So that means she had about 20 cards when she bought the 3 equal packs of trading cards. So now I'm thinking that I'm going to multiply something by 3, and that's going to get me close to this 20, but not over, because again, I'm looking for about. So I could count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Ooh, 21 is over our estimation number. How many 3s do I need to get to 18? Well, I know that it takes 6 3s to get to 18. So this means by using estimating that there will be about 6 cards. Again, that's about, and not the actual amount. Part B asks us to write the numbers from the problem, use letters for the unknown quantities. So if you'd like to pause and try this part on your own, you're welcome to do so and come back. And remembering that these are the actual numbers. So the number of cards that Bella has now is 26. The number of cards her friend gives her was 5. The number of cards in packs, we don't know this number. We will use P for the number of cards in packs. Then it asks the number of packs, and we know that she bought 3 equal packs of trading cards, so we can put 3 here. And then the question that we're looking for asks how many cards are in each pack, which is what was being asked here, the each pack, and we don't know that information, so we will use E for each pack. That's it for the unknown quantity. Okay, now we can take a look at part C. Write an equation to model the first step of the problem. So the first step is asking the number of cards Bella has now, which we have this information here, so we can write that in. Then it asks us to subtract the number of cards her friend gives her, which we have that information, the number 5. And then the number of cards in packs, and we don't know that, so we're going to put P here, which is what we wrote above. If you would like to pause and solve this equation to find the first step of the problem, which is finding the number of cards in packs, you can do so. And you can check to find that 26 take away 5 will leave 21. And so we have found the value for P, which will be 21. All right, let's take a look at part D. Write an equation to model the second step of the problem. So they ask for the number of cards in packs, which we now know is 21. And then the number of packs, which we know was 3. And the number of cards in each pack, which we said we would represent with an E because we don't know this quantity. So we are going to take the number of cards in the pack and divide them by 3 because we know there were 3 equal packs. And so you can pause and divide 21 into 3 equal parts to find E, our unknown. And when you do that, you will find that E is going to be equal to 7 because there are 3 equal parts of 7 that make 21. So we can answer part E. How many cards are in each pack? There are 7 cards. So as usual, you can always go back and rewatch this video and pause along the way at any time as needed.